Season 1 of Taylor Sheridan's early 20th century Yellowstone prequel concluded with Spencer and his bride, Alexandra, being forcibly separated after Spencer unintentionally killed Alex's ex-fiancé, Arthur, the Earl of Sussex's heir. The season finale, set in 1923 at the Yellowstone Ranch, saw Donald Whitfield assuming financial control of the Duttons' property by settling Jacob Dutton's outstanding taxes. Meanwhile, Whitfield's men reported Jacob's wagon boss, Zane Davis, who has a mixed-race family, to the authorities. While his wife and children were being arrested, Zane was brutally attacked. Elsewhere, Elizabeth Strafford and her husband, Jack Dutton, suffered the heartbreaking loss of their child. Jacob Dutton prepared to travel to Bozeman to participate in a trial involving Zane and Alice, who had been detained for getting married in violation of anti-miscegenation laws. At the start of the season's climactic events, Kara tells Jacob about the telephone, a remarkable innovation allowing people to communicate from a distance, but he shows little interest. As Jacob steps outside, he encounters a mountain lion on his porch. He asks the beast whether it has come seeking food or shelter, but the lion flees into the bushes. Ensuring the animal is gone, Jacob departs for Bozeman with Jack Dutton and a few others. After a long journey, they decide to stay overnight in the city. Though Jack does not know the password to enter a certain establishment, the doorman lets them in upon recognizing his voice. Soon after, Jacob learns that Alice and his loyal foreman, Zane, are facing difficulties while in police custody. Their case could be dismissed if they reveal the name of the religious leader who officiated their marriage. However, Alice refuses to betray the person who helped her marry the love of her life. Regardless of the case's outcome, their future remains uncertain due to the nullification of their marriage. The threat from the authorities is not exclusive to Zane and Alice. Pete Plenty Clouds runs his course, and Tiana Rainwater are still evading Father Renault and the Marshals. Eventually, they reach Charles Goodnight's J.A. Ranch in Texas. As Pete and Tiana grow closer, her father notices their bond. When Runs His Course asks Tiana about her feelings for Pete, she openly expresses her love. Though he is reluctant, he eventually agrees to allow their marriage, provided they do not engage in intimacy before the wedding. However, Tiana dismisses this request and shares an intimate moment with Pete. Meanwhile, Renault and the Marshals reach a nearby indigenous community, demanding information about the fugitives. When the tribe refuses to comply, one of the Marshals ruthlessly kills several tribesmen. Elsewhere, the cunning businessman Donald Whitfield continues reveling in his power, indulging in debauchery with Christy and Lindy, the two prostitutes he brought into his home during the first season. Jacob Dutton, struggling to secure the remaining money needed to repay Whitfield for settling the ranch's taxes, sells most of his livestock. He hopes Spencer will return to the ranch and help defend their land from enemies. Despite his efforts, Donald Whitfield remains ruthless, taking pleasure in the Duttons' misfortunes. Banner Creighton, having amassed wealth from his alliance with Whitfield, spoils his family but remains wary of his partner's cruelty. Though his wife questions their association with Whitfield, Banner chooses to continue working with him, as the financial benefits secure his son's future. Meanwhile, Spencer is aboard a ship bound for the United States after being separated from Alex. To earn money for his family's defense, he works aboard the ship and befriends a young Italian refugee fleeing Benito Mussolini's regime for Galveston, Texas. When Spencer rescues the Italian from an assailant, their bond deepens. However, despite Spencer's intervention, the man later contemplates ending his own life. Spencer ultimately saves him by persuading him otherwise. During their voyage, the Italian suggests organizing fights aboard the ship as a way for Spencer to earn money. Though reluctant to engage in combat for profit, Spencer agrees, prioritizing the protection of his family's ranch. The Italian takes over as bookkeeper, and Spencer earns a significant sum, with his friend taking a 20% cut. Meanwhile, Alex desperately seeks passage to reunite with Spencer. With help from her best friend, Jennifer, she sells her jewels to purchase a second-class ticket to the U.S. Before departing, Jennifer gifts her a valuable watch, which could prove useful during her perilous journey. As winter ends and sunlight finally reaches the Dutton Ranch, Elizabeth is startled by the return of a mountain lion. Kara intervenes, eliminating the beast and saving Jack's wife. However, the Dutton matriarch quickly realizes that her family's struggle is far from over. The threats they face, both from nature and from those who seek to destroy them, continue to loom over their future.